Right now, an entire country is collapsing before our eyes. Myanmar, once called Burma, is being torn apart by one of the most brutal civil wars of the 21st century. It's a war so fierce that millions have been forced from their homes, cities have turned into battlefields, and entire regions are slipping into chaos. But how did a country with such rich culture and resources reach the edge of total destruction? Let's uncover the story. In February 2021, Myanmar's military, known as the Tatmadaw, seized power in a coup, overthrowing the democratically elected National League for Democracy. Why? Because the NLD had just won a landslide victory, threatening to strip the military of its decades-long dominance. What followed was pure violence. Peaceful protests in the streets turned into deadly clashes as the Tatmadaw opened fire on civilians. This brutality sparked something the military didn't expect: the birth of armed resistance groups across the nation, transforming political unrest into a full-scale civil war. To truly understand this war, we need to go back in time. Myanmar is home to 135 recognized ethnic groups, each with its own language, traditions, and history. Before independence from Britain in 1948, ethnic minorities were promised autonomy, but that promise was broken. Instead, the military pursued a strategy of divide and conquer, pitting ethnic communities against each other and violently crushing uprisings. For decades, ethnic armed organizations fought in the jungles and mountains, demanding self-rule. This decades-long simmering conflict became the foundation for today's all-out war. As of 2025, the military is losing. They now control only about 20% of the country, mainly the central heartland and a few major cities. The rest is in the hands of rebels, a coalition of ethnic forces and new resistance fighters. Rural areas and international border regions are now largely free from military rule. It's one of the biggest blows the Tatmadaw has suffered in its history, and for the first time in decades, there's a glimmer of hope for a future without dictatorship. But there's another player in this war: China. China's goal isn't democracy or dictatorship, it's stability for its investments. Through Myanmar runs the Sino-Myanmar oil and gas pipelines, a vital energy lifeline that lets China bypass the vulnerable Strait of Malacca. Control over these pipelines is crucial, and both sides know it. The war is also about rare earth minerals, essential for modern technology. The Kachin Independence Army, one of the most powerful rebel groups, controls a rich mining belt of heavy rare earth elements. This gives them leverage, not just against the Tatmadaw, but over China's supply chain. The humanitarian cost is staggering. Millions displaced, tens of thousands killed, entire towns destroyed. And Myanmar's future could go in three directions: endless civil war plunging the country into deeper chaos, a federal democracy where ethnic groups gain real autonomy, a complete collapse with Myanmar splitting into separate states. Whatever happens will reshape Southeast Asia's political map, and the world will feel its impact. Myanmar's war is more than a fight for power, it's a fight for survival. And the outcome will decide not only the nation's fate, but the balance of power in the entire region. This is Ramis Narrations, bringing you the stories the world can't ignore. Like, subscribe, and share to uncover more hidden truths.